Alright, today I'm going to work on this little branch shredder piece of equipment I have. It's got this 5-horse Briggs and Stratton engine on it that runs, but it's very hard to start. It's a little bit down on power, it's tired. So what I've done with this thing, I've got one of these Predator engines from the Harbor Freight. Now I usually don't like Harbor Freight stuff, but the price on this was just too much to pass up. So it's a what they call a 6.5 horse engine, and this video is going to show the adaptation of this engine to this piece of equipment. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to disassemble it and show the progress. Now this is what the inside mulching piece looks like on this thing. I took the cover off. Thank God for these pneumatic things. It took me about 2 minutes to get that cover off rather than dying with it. Now to pull this impeller or the mulching piece off here, I've got this 2-jaw puller on there, and that should make pretty short work of that. Might spray with a little WD or something. Okay, I got lucky for a change, and everything came apart real nicely on this, and this all took about 15 minutes to get to this state, so that wasn't bad. So next step is to see how that Predator engine. Okay, got the motor mounted, and like everything else, when one thing goes easy, another thing goes hard. And the problem I'm going to have now is the muffler interferes here with the shroud. So I think what I'm going to do is weld up weld up a muffler extension here, which that won't be too hard. And the other problem is the chute hits the gas tank. Now, it looks tight down where it mounts as far as the engine goes, but I think if I just move the gas tank a bit, which isn't too hard to do, I think I can get the chute on, so that'll be the next step. The other problem I have is the shaft diameter, and that looks like it's a maybe a 5/8 or whatever shaft, 9/16, I'm not sure. And the hole in the impeller is 1 inch. So I got to do something about that, and what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to go on the lathe and make an adapter piece that steps up the size of the crankshaft here to the plate there, the flywheel, and then I'll mill in the keyway slots again, so everything will work out. Okay, well, the first problem was to get the chute on. So what I've done, moving the gas tank wasn't going to solve the problem. So what I've done is I've cut the chute off the mount. I've made the mount so it goes on the little flange, make sure it all cleared everything, which it seems to. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to angle the chute just a little bit, and I don't think it's going to affect anything, and just have it clear all the obstacles, and I'll weld it back together. So that'll be the next step. Okay, at this point I've cut the chute off, changed the angle, and welded it back to the flange. That worked out pretty good. It clears the gas tank, just clears it, but it does clear it, so I don't see any problems there. And I also took the muffler piece, I cut the flange off that, I welded an extension to the muffler to have it sit a little higher and clear the shroud, and it still clears everything, and you can still get to the spark plug, so I think that's pretty good too. And it's not so much higher that it's dangling on the end of a piece of pipe, so if it wobbles when I run the motor, I'll put a strap and tie it down, but it's really sturdy, and I don't see any problem with that. So the next step is going to be to make the sleeve to adapt the 3/4 shaft to the 1 inch chopper plate there. So that's going to be another day. So